Hello and welcome to RC Birds, and thanks for stopping by. Now it's time to do Back C, which will finish the build of the GF-02 Quirkhopper chassis. And because I'm doing the four-wheel steering, I will switch a lot to the second part of the manual. If you missed my other building videos about the former backs, you'll find them in the Quirkhopper playlist on my channel. The steps 19 to 21 are about the friction shocks of the kit. Here the pogo sticks of the kit are made and mounted. And this also counts for step 3 in the four-wheel steering manual. I used the oil-filled damper set 54-670 from Tamiya as an upgrade. A few words about these. With around $45, these shocks seem not to be on the budget side. I also researched for other shocks, and the ones which come close to the kit ones are some of the plastic CVAs. But then I had to buy 2 sets of these and even got to $50. If you like to do your own researches, the pogo sticks of the GF-02 have a length of 60 mm from eye to eye. The build of the upgrade set is pretty simple. Only 2 things have to be mentioned. First, you need the springs from the kit. These feel very stiff, but later work smooth with the upgrade shocks. So here Tamiya did a great job. And the second thing is to find the right version of the upgrade shocks. In step 2 of the damper manual, the different lengths for the different chassis are mentioned. You have to choose the version for the GF-01 chassis. And then there are 2 lengths for it, one for the front and one for the rear. Keep in mind, if you do the four-wheel steering, you build only the front version. The suspension arms have different sizes if they have steering or straight uprights. To save some time, I just complete only 1 shock in this video and the rest is done off cam.
Quirkhopper don't stop. Kick dust, throw sparks. Yeah. Tiny king on the starting line. Every job, yeah, it's all mine. From the curb to the clay out back, I'm the beast on every track. Brushless heart in a plastic frame. Whisper fast, but I play no games. 20 teeth and I'm gone on green. Blink once, I'm a memory. Hop, 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 the Quirkhopper flies. 4 wheels turn, I cut the sky. Oil-filled dreams in the dirt I ride. Best of the Hopper family shining bright. Hop, hop, I grab that ground. Little loud legend, hear that sound. From grass to gravel, day or night. Best of the Hopper family shining bright. 4-wheel steer, I twist, I slide. Snap back tail with a wild-eyed stride. Scraped up shell, but the soul's gone clean.
Step 22 is also slightly different in my build. Here the 2 bumpers are mounted. I only use the one for the front. For the rear I decided to use a wheelie bar, which I had taken from my Farm King. The Farm King has an upgrade wheelie bar, so I had the original and spare. And the screws and spacers are left over from my comical Avanti. I already mounted the wheelie bar in step 15 of my build, because it replaces the plate at the rear of the chassis.
Grab that ground, little loud legend, hear that sound. From grass to gravel, day or night. Best of the Hopper family shining bright. Hop, hop, the Quirkhopper flies. 4 wheels turn, I cut the sky. Oil-filled dreams in the dirt I ride. Best of the Hopper family shining bright. Hop, hop, grab that ground, little loud legend, hear that sound.
For the steering linkages, now I have to go to step 23 of the main manual and step 5 of the four-wheel manual. Nothing unusual.
Tiny tires throwing stones. Hit that ramp, then I'm gone, gone, gone. Catch that flash of neon bone.
Same cooperation like for the linkages before, for attaching the steering mechanism to the chassis in step 24 of the main manual and step 6 of the four-wheel steering manual. Here I found something unusual. Not for the kit, for my ball bearing upgrade set. The kit gives you the right amount of 4 brass bushings for the pins which hold the steering joints. My upgrade set only has 2 850 ball bearings. Luckily I had 2 850 bearings in my toolbox, so I could ball race the complete steering. Keep in mind that you need 4 of those small ball bearings if you order a ball bearing set for the 4-wheel steering.
The Quirkhopper flies, 4 wheels turn, I cut the sky. Oil-filled dreams in the dirt, I ride. Best of the Hopper family, shining bright. I grab that ground, little loud legend, hear that sound. From grass to gravel, day or night. Best of the Hopper family, shining bright.
Step 25 is about setting up the radio gear and the servo saver. And here I also get to step 4 of the 4-wheel manual. This I had skipped before because I want to keep the build for the front and the rear axles parallel.
It's all mine. From the curb to the clay out back, I'm the beast on every track. Brushless heart in a plastic frame. Whisper fast, but I play no games. 20 teeth and I'm gone on green. Blink once, I'm a memory. Hop, 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 the Quirkhopper flies. 4 wheels turn, I cut the sky. Oil-filled dreams in the dirt, I ride. Best of the Hopper family, shining bright. Hop, hop, I grab that ground, little loud legend, hear that sound.
Same for the steps 26 and 7 for attaching both of the steering servos. The adjusting of the steering linkages I'll do off camera. The manual gives you the description and it's boring to look at.
Underdog, but I run like a machine. Every jump, I'm a fireworks spark. Scars on the chassis glow in the dark. You can line up every cousin in sight. Still, I'm the one that steals the lights. I don't stall, I don't slow. Tiny tires throwing stones. Hit that ramp, then I'm gone, gone, gone. Catch that flash of neon bomb. Hop, 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 the Quirkhopper flies. 4 wheels turn, I cut the sky. Oil-filled dreams in the dirt, I ride. Best of the Hopper family, shining bright. Hop, hop, I grab that ground. Little loud legend, hear that sound. From grass to gravel, day or night. Best of the Hopper family, shining bright. Hop, hop, the Quirkhopper flies. 4 wheels turn, I cut the sky. Oil-filled dreams in the dirt, I ride. Best of the Hopper family, shining bright. Hop, hop, I grab that ground. Little loud legend, hear that sound. From grass to gravel, day or night. Best of the Hopper family.
From now on, I stay in the main manual. In step 27, the receiver and the ESC are glued to the chassis with double-sided tape. Please don't glue the ESC too tight to the battery compartment. The battery wires will need some space later. Step 28 is sorting all the wires and fixing with zip ties. This I skip and do after more parts are mounted to the chassis. I also recommend to cut out the body now, so you can use it to check in addition where the wires should be laid. In step 29, the sponge tapes are cutted into shape and glued into the battery compartment. You also put the door to the chassis.
I don't slow, tiny tires throwing stones, hit that ramp, then I'm gone.
Step 30 are the chassis mounts. The ones at the rear are just classical. Cut them down and screw them to the chassis. At the front, joints are mounted where the body will tilt.
Best of the Hopper family, shining bright. I grab that ground, little loud legend, hear that sound. From grass to gravel, day or night. Best of the Hopper family, shining bright.
In step 31, the tires are mounted to the rims. Both components have a turning direction, which is an awesome design feature. For normal and on original cars, this also isn't usual for the rims. It's easier for the manufacturers to produce just one sort of rim. So keeping close eye to the manual. It gives you all hints you need, and the letters L and R are printed inside the rims. Another thing the manual states is not to glue the tires to the rims. I think this is done for some maintenance reasons, so you can clean the inside of the wheels later. But believe me, on running, the rims will spin inside the tires. This especially counts for my brushless motor. So I glue every tire at 4 points on the inner side of each rim. This stops the rims from spinning, and I still can turn the tires inside out for cleaning.
Whisper fast, but I play no games. 20 teeth and I'm gone on green. Blink once, I'm a memory. Hop, 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 the Quirkhopper flies. 4 wheels turn, I cut the sky. Oil-filled dreams in the dirt I ride. Best of the Hopper family shining bright. Hop, hop, I grab that ground. Little loud legend, hear that sound. From grass to gravel, day or night. Best of the Hopper family shining bright. 4-wheel steer, I twist, I slide. Snap back tail with a wild-eyed stride.
While the glue is drying, I did step 28. The wires for my lights are also attached to the receiver. Right now I don't know where they will be placed later, but it's good to have a substitute.
I'm the one that steals the lights. I don't stall, I don't slow. Tiny tires throwing stones. Hit that ramp, then I'm gone, gone, gone. Catch that flash of neon bone. Hop, 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 the Quirkhopper flies. 4 wheels turn, I cut the sky. Oil-filled dreams in the dirt I ride. Best of the Hopper family shining bright. Hop, hop, I grab that ground. Little loud legend, hear that sound. From grass to gravel, day or night. Best of the Hopper family shining bright. Hop, hop, the Quirkhopper flies. 4 wheels turn, I cut the sky. Oil-filled dreams in the dirt I ride. Best of the Hopper family shining bright. Hop, hop, I grab that ground. Little loud legend, hear that sound. From grass to gravel, day or night. Best of the Hopper family shining bright.
The steps 32 and 33 are business as usual. The last ball bearings get inside the uprights with some grease, the pins come inside the axles, and after attaching the wheel connectors, the wheels will be mounted. Just keep an eye on that every wheel gets to its right position.
Flash of neon bone. Hop, 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 the Quirkhopper flies. 4 wheels turn, I cut the sky. Oil-filled dreams in the dirt I ride. Best of the Hopper family shining bright. Hop, hop, I grab that ground. Little loud legend, hear that sound. From grass to gravel, day or night. Best of the Hopper family shining bright. Best of the Hopper family shining. I don't stall, I don't slow. Tiny tires throwing stones. Hit that ramp, then I'm gone, 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 gone. Catch that flash of neon bone. Hop, 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 the Quirkhopper flies. 4 wheels turn, I cut the sky. Oil-filled dreams in the dirt I ride. Best of the Hopper family shining bright. Hop, hop, I grab that ground. Little loud legend, hear that sound.
Step 34 is adding the battery, but this I don't show here. The tube for the aerial I don't use.
Quirkhopper don't stop.
The chassis is done now. The next video will be about the body. I thank you for watching. If you got some questions, the comment section is yours. And as always, please like, share and subscribe. This will really help me out. See you soon on RC Birds.
I see birds flying high, cars that roar and engines cry. From going slow to speed runs fast, moments building, memories last.